Welcome everybody to Forza Horizon 4. So we're going to take a quick look at the car list. I know we talked through it in the previous video, but now we have visual representation and the horsepower readings and everything like that. So yeah, let's get a look at it. So yeah, we've got the Fiat the Abarth 124 Spider, then the 695 and the Fiat 131, cars we've had before, as well as the 595. The Curas are all the same as we've had before. Alphas are all the same we've had before, though obviously a few aren't there, like in previous Forza games. Then we've got the Class 10 race car. Got the Gremlin back. Why this isn't in Forza Motorsport, well, it wasn't in Forza Motorsport 7, I don't know, because it was in Forza Horizon 3, and it was obviously in Forza Motorsport 4 originally. But I am glad it's in the game, even if it isn't an entirely British notable car. But yeah, I'm glad it is back in, as well as the Javelin AMX. We got the Warthog from Halo, they got the Aero Nomad, we've finally got a Ascari back with the KZ1R. I don't think Ascari have been around lately, but I'm glad they were back in the game. I swear they were in Forza Motorsport 4 at some point, but nonetheless I'm glad they are in. And then we've got a bunch of Aston Martins, but all of them that we've had before. But with the Best of Bond car pack we do get the DB10, which I am looking forward to reviewing. And yeah, Audis. No, I can't see anything we've not had before. Nope, everything's... yeah, every Audi we've ever had pretty much there. And then finally, back in the game, Austin Healey's, yay! Not seen these two since Forza Motorsport 4. We've got the Austin Healey 3000 Mark III, which, yeah, 147 horsepower. It's pretty decent for a car that only weighs 2,604 pounds. And then the 45 horsepower Austin Healey Sprite Mark 1, more commonly called the Frog Eye Sprite, and yeah, 45 horsepower, which isn't a lot, but it only weighs, less than 1,500 pounds, so it's, yeah, hardly slow. And then we've got the Auto Union Type D, the BAC Mono, we've got the Bentleys that we're used to, apart from the 8 litre is finally here, yay! You'll remember if you've ever played Forza Motorsport 4, this was in the Forza Vista mode. It was only viewable in that mode. You couldn't drive it or anything. You could only start the engine and look around. But yeah, cracking car. Finally got we have it. 220 horsepower, 383 pound feet of torque from an 8 litre engine. Weighs 5,600 pounds. But yeah, I'm just glad it's in. I don't care if it's slow or old or whatever. It's a car I've wanted in a game ever since. Well, ever in a game to drive ever since Forza Motorsport 4. So yeah, really glad it's in. BMWs look all same. Yeah, we've got the M5, M3s, you got your Z4s. Yeah, nothing new there. Obviously you've got the Isetta as well. Then we've got the Bowler. Then we've got your Bugattis that we've all had before. I'm so glad that all the Type 35C is in the game, because I love that in Forza Motorsport 7. Got the Buick Regal GNX. Then we've got a couple of Cadillacs. They are the new ones, and we don't have to deal with the Escalade. Then we've got the Caterham and Chevrolet. These are all typical that we've had before, but I think we got this back. I don't think that was in Forza Motorsport 7, but I do like that one. Yes, it's not as powerful as the other Camaros with only 505 horsepower, but it's got a giant 7 litre engine, and it's, yeah, more of a performance car in terms of handling everything than just outright speed. Yeah, everything there we've already had before from Chevrolet. Then we've got the Chrysler, then we've got the bland Datsun 510, then we've got Dodges, all typical that we've had before. Got the Donkerfort again, finally got the Eagle Speedster back from Forza Horizon 2. Glad it's in the game, because it is a brilliant car. 330 horsepower and it only weighs 2,330 pounds, which is not a lot of weight at all for a car with that amount of power. Ferrari, all looking typical that we've had before. It's just about spotting ones that can hide away in the massive amount of cars that you have to look out for. But yeah, they look all normal that we've had before. Then we've got the Fiat 124 Sport Spider, the older version, not the Abarth. Then we've got the brand new Ford Mustang GT. Glad that's in the game. Then we've got the M Sport Fiesta RS, which is basically a rally car. I think they're the only two new Fords to the game. Oh no, I lie. I forgot. I forgot about the. I've been sort of looking forward to seeing this in the game. I don't know why. It's a stupid thing to be excited about, but look at it. It's a 1959 Ford Anglia 105E, basically the Harry Potter car. And yeah, it's got no power at all, 39 horsepower, 52 pound-feet of torque, but so what? It's going to be hilarious to drive because I've seen it being driven in real life and it didn't look very safe, but still looked hilarious nonetheless. And then we've got several of the old Fords. Where's the? I swear there was an an 80s Escort. For some reason it's not there. I swear I saw that in the car list rundown. Then we've got the drift cars. Still want that 325i standard version. Then we've got the Vandura, we've got the Commodore, we've got the Venom GT. Then we've got the typical Holdens. Then we've got the Ridgeline Baja Trophy Truck from Honda. I don't think that was in Forza Motorsport 7, but all those other Hondas that we've had before. Then we've got the Hoonigan cars that we've seen before. We've got the HF3s which we've seen before. The Veloster N, cracking hot hatchback, that one. Then we've got the Infinities that we've had before. The International Scout 800A, which is I still find to be one of those underrated off-roaders from the 70s, quite frankly. Then we've got the Jags, yeah. Pretty much all typical, apart from obviously this lightweight E-Type. Look at that, 340 horsepower, 2,292 pounds. Exquisite car, quite frankly. Really glad it's finally back in the game. And then we've got the Jaguar CX-75 from James Bond. This is the James Bond car pack. I'm not going to do a single car pack video on it, but these are the ones in it. The ones that haven't been in before will get a review of their own. That's a far more powerful Citroen 2CV. He put a much bigger engine in it to be able to take part in the car chase that it was in against a couple of more powerful Peugeots. And then we've got the Aston Martin DBS from On Her Majesty's Secret Service. Really glad it's back in the game because we've only ever had the V8 Vantage that it was based on from 77, so I'm glad this is in the game. As you can see, it's hardly a slouch. 325 horsepower is not too shabby. Finally get the AMC Hornet. Yay! Finally get another AMC that we've never had before. 175 horsepower isn't a lot, but only weighs 3,100 pounds, so it's not exactly lugging a load of weight. Then we've got the Lotus Esprit S1. Only 160 horsepower, but again only weighs 2,101 pounds, so it's not carrying a lot of weight around. Then we've got the Z8 that we've had before. Then we get the 86 version of the Aston Martin V8. Like I said, we've only ever had the 77 version of this car, so I'm glad we finally get an 80s version because you can see it's got way more power than the 70s version. Then obviously we've got the Jag, and then we've got the Aston Martin DB10. Such a beautiful car. God knows why they never put it into actual production, but 500 horsepower is plenty. So yeah, looking forward to driving all of them. So nice. And then obviously you got the Jeeps we've had before, got the Kia Stinger back, good to see. Got the brand new to the series, 2017 Cummins Agera RS. We've only ever had the 2011 before this, so yeah, as you can see, a lot more power, a lot more torque, less weight, and yeah, high rate of top speed, as you'd expect with such things. Then we've got the KTM, then we've got all the Lamborghinis that we've had before. Nothing new there, unfortunately. Then we've got all the Lances we've had before. We've got the Land Rovers that we've had before. I don't know where the Range Rover is. Maybe it's in the Orbit, but I know it's in the game. Then we've got the Local Motors Rally Fighter, the Lola, all the Lotuses we've had before, all the Maseratis that we've had before, all the Mazdas that we've had before. Obviously got the new McLaren Senna along with the 720 SR Coupe, which was only recently put into Forza Motorsport 7. And then we've got the Mercedes, we've got the giant Unimog truck thing, which, yeah, doesn't have all that much horsepower but has a hell of a lot of torque, as you'd expect for such a thing like that. And then we've got the tank pool thing that we had in the previous Forza Motorsport 7 game. But all the usual other Mercedes, nothing new there. Then we've got the Mercury Coupe, the Mayor's Manx, AMG a twin cam is finally a standard version in the game. It's obviously only winnable in a Forza Fun event in Forza Motorsport 7. Then we've got a couple of minis. Then we've got the freewheeler Morgan back, as well as the Aero Super Sports Morgan, which is a cracking car. Big 4.8 litre V8 and yeah, all that power and doesn't even weigh anything. Then we've got the Morris Minor 1000. Again, a car with very little in the way of power and torque, but doesn't weigh all that much and she'll be fun enough to drive. Then we've got all the Nissans that we've had before. Then we've got the Hertz Oldsmobile we've had before, the Opel we've had before, all the Pagani's that we've had before. We've only got the 205 T16 from Peugeot, but at least we don't have to put up with the 308 in this game. Got the Cuda, got the Polaris, all the Pontiacs that we've had before. Then we've got all the Porsches that we've had before, which I'm not complaining about because there are several Porsches in there that I do actually quite like. Then we get the RXC Turbo, the Reliant Supervan 3 has making a return from the previous Forza Horizon game. All the typical Renaults, got the Polaris RJ Anderson truck, got the Celine S7, both the Shelby Daytona Shelbys that we've had before, the Spania, got all the typical Subarus. The Tiger Sunbeam is back, yay! So glad it's back. I always liked it in the previous game, as well as we get in the Sunbeam Lotus back as well. One of the first, I think it was the first rear-wheel drive hot hatchbacks ever, and plenty of power and torque with not much in the way of weight. Tamo Race Mo that I really like. Got the Gurkha back. Don't have any in the way of Toyotas outside of these because of licensing issues again, so that's why Lexus isn't in here. The TR3B Triumph makes a return from Forza Motorsport 4, another classic lightweight rear-wheel drive British sports car. Doesn't have all that much power, but not much in the way of weight either. The Monaro VXR is back, about goddamn time, quite frankly. I've missed this car, such a fun car to drive. And then we got all the Volkswagens we've had before. I think, yeah, that's the we usually have the Rabbit GTI in Forza games, but this is a Golf GTI version that I don't think we've ever had before. It has more power than the Rabbit, and yeah, doesn't have that silly Rabbit name. Then we've got the Baja Volkswagen to go with the other ones, and we've got the Iron Knight Volvo, which as you can see has a stupid amount of horsepower and torque. Yeah, it does weigh nearly 10,000 pounds, but yeah, it's gonna really overcome that with that amount of power. Then we've got the Lykan Hypersports, and then the Jeep Willys. I'm just wondering where certain cars are, because like I said, maybe maybe the ones that are missing are part of the barn finds. I imagine that Range Rover that I was talking about wouldn't surprise me, which is a bit annoying because I thought the barn finds wouldn't have been in the car list reveal, but that's just the way it goes, I guess, sometimes. So yeah, there we go. Obviously, I'm going to do reviews of certain cars. Certainly the DLC cars from the Bond pack. So yeah, expect reviews of the DB10, the Jaguar. I don't think I'll bother with the Citroen because it's only in terms of horsepower that's any different to the standard 2CV. Definitely be doing this Bond, the 86 V8, the Hornet, the DBS, the Lotus Esprit S1. So expect reviews of them. Not going to bother with any reviews of the Drift Car pack because, like I said, I'd rather just have the standard cars in the game. So yeah, there we go. That's most of the cars. Obviously there are some barn finds to find, and obviously there is DLC later in the year, which is starting from October. 2 cars per week for 21 weeks. So expect reviews of those 2 cars as well per week. But nonetheless, thanks for watching. I hope if you've got this game that you're enjoying it as much as I am, and I hope you like the car list as well as much as I do as well, despite my certain reservations. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.